Welcome to ARW. I'm Harold, and today I'm going to try to do a favor for a friend. I don't know if it's going to work out, but he needs a chuck on his drill, and I've got one here that was on a Harbor Freight hammer drill, and I drilled 4 holes with that sucker over the period of about 3 or 4 years, and it died. So I tried to get the chuck off of it, and I couldn't unscrew it. So I sawed the shaft off of the drill, threw the rest of it away, and I have worked at various ways of trying to unscrew this. I'm pretty sure it's a left-hand thread, but it doesn't matter to this thing what I think and what I try. So what I'm going to have to do is to do probably the brute force thing and cut this off and drill a hole there and weaken the parts that are screwed in enough that they'll come out. And it's probably got Loctite or something in it, but I don't want to screw up the finish of the chuck by heating it up real hot. So like I said, we're going to try the brute force thing. I'm going to saw it off close, stick it in the mill, and try and drill it out. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, I took this little tool, scratched a bunch of lines on there with my Randy Richards scribe, and I'm going to try and drill it out from the top down. We'll see if this turns out to be good or bad. Alright, we got a larger bit here than a center drill, and we'll try drilling down in there with this guy. I think I'm about the right speed for it. Need to clean some of these chips off of here. After all, they're not as good as Doritos. Put a little more anchor lube in there. One of the things I hate about working with steel is you get little pieces of metal in your finger. I hadn't got that one out yet. Alright, let's try it some more. That's 1 5/10 inches. Means he's down in this part. I believe I just went through. I'll check my phone and be right back. Well, I changed out the drill bit. I got to turn the camera on and started to cut, and I was too fast for the drill bit, so you got to see you guys did not get to see the massive mess up. Oh well. I got it in low gear now, probably way too slow. Looks a lot like snot, huh? Now, hang on, let me clean that off and I'll see how deep it is. Well, that's 1.5 inches deep also. So I'll go up to a little bit larger guy. Okay, now we got a 1/2 inch bit. That shaft seems to be about 5/8. Just a little bit too long for it, huh? felt like it broke through something, so I'll crank it out from under there again, and we'll see how deep it is. Probably. That's 1 inch and 11 thousandths, so I got about a ½ inch to go. Put it back under there. Well, it can go 2/10 of an inch further. I'll just go and go there. That's probably a good spot to stop. So now I get to take maybe an end mill to it and try to grind it down with that. I spent a few seconds, minutes, trying to decide whether I should use a small end mill or a large one. I finally decided to go with a large one, so we'll see what we see. The chances are really good that I'll just ruin another end mill. Well, this one may already be ruined, I'm not sure. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's a bad end mill. I gotta get another one. The magic compressor was on. Nope. That's not going to work. So, I'll let you guys sleep while I try to figure out what the heck am I going to do. Forgot to turn the camera on again, but I drilled down in there until the thing twisted off. It's there's still a piece down in the center there, but this piece has come loose, so to speak. I can't get it off the drill bit yet. Let's see if this won't help. Well, there you go. That piece. Now it's got that little plug left down in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. That little plug's left in the middle there. I gotta figure out how to get that out. Should be a lot of fun. Alright, we got a smaller bit, and we'll try drilling a little bit further and see what we get. Maybe nothing good. It looks like it's trying to turn, so maybe I should get a little bit smaller bit so that it'll get a little bit wedged in and it might unscrew. We'll see. I'm reasonably sure that we're dealing with a left-hand thread, so drilling with a clockwise drill could unscrew it. We'll see. and see what the hole means. And then we can go ahead and drill away again. I think that's a good idea. I'll pull it out and see what the hole is all about. Well, I can see all the way through it. I don't know if you can, but I can see the hole in there. I guess I can keep going until it stops. I'm going to get a light and look down into the threads. Well, from looking down in it, I think I'm going to break through in about a 32nd of an inch. So I'm going to try to go on a little deeper. I've got another inch I can go on this quilt. Alright, it's acting weird, so I think I need to stop and look it over. Alright, I'm going to drill, I'm going to drill a little bit from this side. The hole's getting bigger that's at the bottom of the hole. Alright, I'm pretty sure the hole's the same size everywhere now. So let's take a look. Yep, you can see how big that hole is now, clear through there. So I still haven't got the little sleeve-like part of the metals in the threads to let go yet, so more thinking. Okay, I've moved it over here to this little vise, and I've got a nail set that I previously broke the end off of. And I think I can just uncurl this thing. I think. Okay, so I've managed to knock the little piece of it loose, and I've got some of it kind of uncurling there. And I had some needle nose pliers in my hand just a minute ago. Hang on, and I'll go find them. Okay, here's the pliers. I can reach in there and get a hold of that little bit of the thread that's coming, well, the inner part that's coming out of the threads, and maybe I can get it to come right on up. I don't know. I don't know which way the stuff really wants to go, but well, there you go. It's unscrewing what's left of it. So there we are. There's our plug of metal that was in it, and there's our chuck with the thread. I ground a little of the thread off there with a burr, a little on each side, but that won't keep it from screwing onto a shaft. Let me get a metric tap and see what size this tap really is. Well, no, it's left-handed, so that's not going to help me. All right. Nevertheless, we got it loose, and if my buddy can use it, I'm sure he'll need a left-handed screw on, but I'm not sure if his is going to be metric or not. I didn't ask him who made the drill press. So there we go. Short and sweet, and time to go see what Bubba's up to. Well, I was going to sit here in front of the camera with my good side to the camera. Then I discovered I didn't have one, so we just have to do what we got. Anyway, it seems that Ole's Uncle Ole, they were just like Bubba's family. You know, they had Once they come across a name they liked, they just shared it through the whole family. But anyway, Oldie's Uncle Oldie, he's about 75, you know, and him and his wife went down to the bank there, and someplace in Minnesota, and they went down to cash their their Social Security checks. And while they were in there, this no-count guy come running in there to hold up the bank, and he made them put all the money in a sack, you know, and he got ready to go. Just he was nearing the door, this guy reached up and grabbed his mask off and got a look at his face. The guy just turned and shot him dead right there on the spot. And he looked back, and the teller was there like that, looking at him, and the teller seen his face too, so he shot him, and everybody else was scared. They're all looking down at the floor, you know. And the holdup man says, "All right," he says, "anybody else get a look at my face?" And it's quiet for a little bit, and then Uncle Oldie holds up his hand and says, "I think my wife got a pretty good look."